Hi everyone. In this video, I would like to talk with you about creating a university project that can impress hiring managers and land you a job. My name is Itay, and this is Itay on Software. I'm a professor at Cal State Fullerton for computer science and also a software expert with over 2 decades of experience. And with that, let's talk about what makes an impressive project. Number one is the professor. This is the first thing. A good project usually starts with a good professor. They can provide you with valuable guidance and feedback, direct your project towards something that is meaningful for the industry and can be impressive. They could also help you with studying new technologies. In addition, from the professors, you can also have strong recommendation. For example, I work at Google at my full-time job in addition to be an adjunct professor, and I've recommended a few students that have impressed me with their project. So that could happen. For example, if your professor also is an expert at a certain field, like for example, like AI or machine learning, they can also, at the interviews, tell you, help you with preparing for them with the experience that they have. The second thing that makes a good project is evidence. Okay, I've seen many times students that write what they've did, but they have no evidence for that. It's important not only to complete the project, you also need to showcase your work. For example, having a detailed papers, or having a GitHub repository, or a presentation that you can point to. Having intangible proof of your project really demonstrates your skills and dedication, and that could go a long distance with potential employers. So if you can, have that linked in your resume. The third is real-world application. Try and avoid research projects that are very kind of theoretical on improving something that's not very clear, and focus on real-world application. Choose a project that solves a real problem and fulfills a genuine need that you can talk about. This shows not only that you can apply your skill from a technical perspective, but you also understand problem space and understand how to solve problems. And remember, engineer is a combination of your ability to solve a problem and your ability to understand the problem to be solved. So, find something that you're passionate about, track industry trends, and have a project that would be applicable for companies that look at that externally and relevant for them. The fourth tip for selecting a good university project is known technologies. When you're working with technologies in your project, try and work with known technologies. Employers like, especially with new grads, their ability and familiarity to work with industry standards, tools, and framework. If you work with the cloud, work with the large vendors, and you can stay that. That's actually a very good way to demonstrate that you have experience. For example, if you build a web application, you might be using React or Node or MongoDB or some other database that might be familiar. Try and not use so much less known or outdated technologies. Show that you're keeping up with the latest innovation. My fifth advice, and this is something that I've seen many times in my student resume, is instead of having small projects, you want to have a large comprehensive project. I personally think that maybe 1 or 2 big projects are better than maybe 3, 4, 5 smaller ones. So prioritize those large comprehensive projects over the small ones. A substantial project also will demonstrate that you can do something end-to-end while still going into depth into a certain part. So you both have the breadth, the fact that you've done it end-to-end, and you also have the depth, the fact that you really can talk about something in depth that you have researched. This could show that you can do a well-executed project And in general, it's better because a lot of those projects have overhead. And if they're very small, then you don't really get to the essence of things. In addition, in your resume, if you have less project, it shows you more of an expert at those projects. Of course, pick project that makes sense for what you would like to pursue after school. The last tip is when you pick a project, try and pick projects that are interesting and conversation worthy. Remember, your project in your resume is a point of conversation. It's a point of conversation when you're reaching out to people on LinkedIn, and it's a point of conversation in the interview. So have something that's worth to talk about. For example, if you will do, let's say, a project about uh, automatic testing of LLM output, that might be interesting for people who work on LLM because it's something worth discussing about. If you researching, let's say, bias, that could also be something quite interesting to discuss. So if you passionate about a certain field, try and find something interesting that somebody would like to discuss. Now, how do you know? Check with your friends, check with your mentor, your professor, or just think for yourself. Is that something I would like to learn more about, or is this just something that I'm just doing to show that I can do something? So to wrap up, remember those 6 key ingredients that will make your university project stand out with a potential hiring manager. It's just to recap, like supportive professor, solid evidence, real-world application, working with known technologies, large and comprehensive projects, not small, and making your project interesting and conversation worthy. By focus on these elements, you can differentiate yourself from the other new grads that have projects that might be less impressive for the hiring manager. If you find this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Let me know if you find ingredients that you think they are the most important, or if there are some that I've missed. Thank you for watching. Send it to other people who might be interested, and I hope to see you in the next video.